For most crypto investors in 2025, the biggest challenge isn't finding a place to buy Bitcoin or store stablecoins. It's figuring out where those assets can actually grow. After years of exchange failures, platforms disappearing overnight, and lending providers wiping out deposits, investors are far more cautious. Everyone wants yield, but no one wants unnecessary risk. That's why today, we're taking a deeper look at CoinDepo, not as hype, not as financial advice, but as one of the platforms people keep asking about. And if you want more details or to check everything for yourself, all relevant links are in the description. Before we get into the features and yields, let's set the stage. A platform built for stability, not short-term hype. CoinDepo has been around since 2021, which, in crypto years, already puts it in the established survivor category. Since then, they've grown to more than 90,000 active users, with nearly $200 million in assets under management. Regulation is a growing priority for investors, and CoinDepo leans into that hard. The platform is registered in El Salvador, already holding a BSP license, in the process of securing a DASP license in Salvador, pursuing a VASP license in the EU, preparing for MiCA compliance through a CASP license. You simply don't follow this regulatory path unless you're building for the long term. It signals intention, and that matters. Security. First, no cutting corners. What sets CoinDepo apart from many high-yield platforms is its foundation. They use Fireblocks, an institutional-grade custody and transfer system trusted by major neobanks and fintech companies. Fireblocks also provides insurance coverage for assets under its protection, adding another layer of reassurance. On top of that, CoinDepo has passed audits from Hacken, Certic, easily verifiable on Certic Skynet. When you combine licensed operations, institutional custody, and independent security audits, you start to understand why users see this platform as more stable than the average DeFi yield farm or exchange savings product. Let's talk about yields, but the right way. CoinDepo still offers some of the strongest rates on the market, when compared to platforms like uHodler or Whitebit, whose offerings remain much more competitive than Binance or Nexo, for example. Here's what the current numbers look like. Up to 24% APY depending on the asset and plan. Around 21% yearly for stablecoins on a 3-month plan. Approximately 15% for Bitcoin or Ethereum. Daily compounding. 6 different compound interest account types. Choose payouts, daily, weekly, monthly, etc. And there's something important to note. Yields like these do not stay this high forever. CoinDepo is in a growth phase, attracting a lot of new users, and historically, platforms lower their rates as they mature. Meaning, if you're exploring the platform, this is objectively a good moment to evaluate it while the returns remain top tier. What actually makes this model different? It's no secret that lending and collateral structures across many crypto platforms are unstable and often collapse under stress. CoinDepo takes a different approach altogether. Its business model is closer to a traditional bank, earning primarily from deposits and loans, not from trading volume or hidden platform fees. That's a major distinction in a market where most competitors rely on volatile revenue streams. To support that model, CoinDepo uses a hybrid CeFi plus DeFi credit protocol supported by a multi-stage borrower approval process, independent auditors and guarantors, a loan over-collateralization mechanism, on-chain transparency for lending pools, zero risk of deposit loss for liquidity providers due to the collateral structure. In simple terms, borrowers are vetted, guaranteed, and over-collateralized. If someone defaults, the guarantors reimburse the liquidity providers from reserve accounts, so the depositor doesn't absorb the loss. That's a major point of differentiation compared to platforms that simply match lenders to borrowers or use pooled collateral without a safety net. And it explains how CoinDepo can generate stable yields from high-performance loan products in emerging markets without exposing depositors to the same risks that collapsed other crypto lenders. The CoinDepo token. Utility first, hype second. CoinDepo has also launched the CoinDepo token, which is already listed on BingX, MEXC, Weeks, with upcoming listings on Bitmart, Pionex, and a possibility of Gate.io next. The token isn't just for show. Holders get higher deposit interest rates, lower rates on loans, governance participation, additional utility across the growing ecosystem. Because it functions similarly to tokens like BNB or Nexo, with real roles inside the platform, some investors believe it could follow a similar growth trajectory over time. A human touch you don't see often in crypto. One thing that genuinely surprised me is CoinDepo's long-term involvement in charity. They've supported the Demark Foundation in South Africa for years, funding education programs for children aged 5 to 17. With the token launch, they're expanding this into a charity voting program, allowing users to decide where funds should go next. For every CoinDepo token purchased during the pre-sale, the platform donates an equivalent amount from its charity reserve, without the user needing to give up their own tokens. It's rare to see a crypto company prioritize charitable work instead of splashy sponsorships or influencer campaigns. Whether you value that or not, it does tell you something about how the company presents itself and who they want to be long-term. So what does all this mean for crypto investors in 2025? It means that despite the noise, there are platforms trying to combine strong yields with transparency, audited security, and regulatory progress. CoinDepo is one of the few that has grown steadily instead of impulsively, matured instead of rushing products to market, and built a system where both earning and borrowing can happen with reduced risk. If you hold crypto and want it to work for you instead of sitting idle, it's worth taking a closer look. Whether you're interested in earning interest, exploring the token utility, or just trying to understand the platform's safety model, everything you need is linked below. Make sure to do your own research, compare platforms, and evaluate what fits your risk profile. But if you're looking for a platform that combines strong yields, high security standards, and growing regulatory compliance, CoinDepo is definitely worth a deeper look. Check the description for all links and resources. Stay informed, stay safe, and invest responsibly.